Blessed night to all. Blessed night. It's 7:13 p.m. at this time. Okay, right. So I was having a little feedback issue and it has just been resolved. Right, so let me pull back up. Where is it? Great. Very well. Think I could work with that there. Okay, so remember to share the live. Share the live stream. Wait now, you know I talking about sharing the live stream. And I haven't shared the live stream yet. What's going on with me? I need to share this live. How can I forget such a thing like that? Okay. This device sharing slow, boy. Slow. Slow but sure, eh? You know where this go. 19 minutes into this live. Right. We still have some time for a nice chat with some phone calls. Um, let's see. Share right here. Alright, I think I need to do some WhatsApp shares too. Normally that's where the views does mostly come from. Let's see how I can do this thing here. I usually start a share in the beginning, but that didn't work out this time here. So let's see how fast I could do a little thing. Tonight is a cool night, by the way, everyone. Today was a very wonderful day, and tonight is indeed fantastic. So I'm grateful to everyone. Right. Or they're watching the news. Okay, I ain't blame all eh? Right now everybody want to know what is being said and who is saying it and who the beneficiaries of what is being said are going to be. But don't worry, this live going on build up here because I realize a lot of people on the WhatsApp not interested too much in taking in the mainstream media and prefer to hear something else around this time. So as we share this live here, I have to monitor and see how the YouTube views going. I realize the YouTube views well building up, you know. I surprised to see how this YouTube views started build up like that. Because I know people normally prefer to be on Facebook and stuff like that. And I saw that suddenly the YouTube views went up. And also I end up with some subscriptions. So thanks to those of you who subscribed. Right. Thanks to those of you who are always sharing the live. And tonight, yeah, we talking about tonight. Tonight we're talking about what's going on with the students nationwide. That's what we're talking about tonight. And we want to hear what you think. Right? So you tell us what you think. What you think about the whole scene. Right? Let me know. And I'll be taking calls on WhatsApp. The number is on the screen. Right? And those calls will be for you to share your views live on PRO-C-VANE media coverage, Facebook and YouTube. Right? I was thinking, I had to get some music in the background and thing too while these lives going on, but that's our next issue with copyright and thing now. Well, I don't have all that in place yet, but though soon. By the way, I am a member of Cut. Yes, I am a registered artist with Cut. I ain't big out there and thing like some of them other artists, but yeah, I could recall the first time I get my royalties. What? I feel like a champion. Yeah, so just now we'll have a little music in the background, a little audio, something that we will not have to worry about cutting off the scene and thing. Right, so that will be in place in our timing. Right, so tonight again we're talking about your views on what going on with these children in schools, all the students. Right, you're sharing your opinion live on Facebook. Even though I have the comment section open up here, ready and waiting in case you rather to drop some comments, right? And I see my Wi-Fi connection looking poor, sometime it does come, sometime it does go. Right, that is the scene with me and that. But I will get there, you understand? I ain't giving up. I'm using what I have for now, and it will get better one day. I always believe in that. So it is going to improve, and we're going to have some better streams. Less internet fluctuation and all that. By 770-3062 to call on WhatsApp. If you prefer to call normal, you could do so as well. I will have to see how I could interconnect that next device because the WhatsApp is on a different device, and I will have to try and see how we could work with that. Right? And I'm seeing one comment: what will be taking place with the children ages 5 to 11 and school? Well, Ayana Alexander, thank you very much for that comment. I must say that the same thing that is taking place that started with forms 4, 5, and 6, that is going to go straight down to preschool, and it is going to move right up to tertiary level education students, right? So it wouldn't change in any way or the other. And tutor isn't touched as yet, but when the government is ready to remove the unvaccinated or unjabbed teachers, the unpoisonated teachers, then the tutor will not, and I repeat, tutor will not be stopping them. The same way OWTU wasn't able to stop Petrotrin from being closed, even though the mother of all matches had over 10,000. I remember streaming alive for that mother of all matches from the 3 days match. And yes, we had over 10,000 after people was talking about how much failure we were going to have and stuff like that. We did have the country coming out in numbers, and I have to say the country because I sure it was over 10,000 persons, and I didn't even wait to see the rest of the match because I had to move a little further up. And then I think when I was streaming that live, my battery died. So tutor will not be able to stop the teachers. So the same thing that happening to the forms 4s, 5s, and 6s is going to happen straight down to pre. It's going to go straight up to tertiary, and then teachers will be falling off the map, sadly. Right? Um, yes, good night, Penny George. Right? So, well, don't be shy. I know this is a time where people afraid to speak out and things like that, but or you could call the number 770-3062 and give your views live and tell yourself that your number wouldn't be showing on the screen, right? That is not going to happen. That is not part of the settings. Um, Corinne Danielle, okay, just she's just replying saying good night as well. Yes, good night to you. Right. Let me share something in the meanwhile, while people contemplating whether to call or not. Yes, good night, Dol Shariza. Um, what's the topic? Well, tonight is just for the viewers to have the opportunity to call in on WhatsApp 770-3062 and share your views. For the past days, I have been sharing my views. We had guests coming in and sharing their views, and surrounding the situations that children are currently experiencing. For example, we want to know what the viewers think about children wearing masks in school. We want to know what the viewers think about children having to social distance. We want to know what the viewers think about some children getting to go to school and some not getting to go to school. We want to know what the viewers think about children actually being jabbed in the first place, right? So we are concerned about what people think. You know why? I always believe talking down to people is not really the best way. I like interaction, and I I doesn't feel so much, even though we see comments coming in, I doesn't feel like people getting a chance to talk back, to say that we are communicating when it's just me on a screen and people hearing. And sometimes comments moving so fast, somebody's comment might be lost and stuff like that. Right? So we don't always get we don't always get more, right? We doesn't always get more. But I think for it to be well represented, even when there are differences in opinions, we could say that we well representing the voice of the people when we hear from the people. And you know, my views, my views very well may be just representing a handful, it may be representing more than a handful, right? My views could possibly be representing me only, and the rest of the country could say, "What madness this man talking?" But you have the opportunity here now to say, "Well, nah, boy, Sawick boy, Daniel George, or Junior Sawick, whichever one you want to say. Nah, we don't really agree with that, boy, right? We want to hear your views, and in hearing your views, you know, just how I like for people to listen to me and try and catch where I coming from. We want to really listen to everyone, whether you share same views with me, or I should say with us, or you share different views, right? So I seen a call coming in. It's not on WhatsApp, and let me see if this call is regarding tonight's program here. Wow, I missed the call. Okay, let me see if I could get back that call. I don't know if that is a caller for tonight's program. It's not on WhatsApp, and it's on a device where I don't really have contacts stored. So let me see what's going on here with this call. Right? Keep the comments coming in. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Right? It is growing. I am really grateful to see that the YouTube channel has gained some, or probably earned some subscriptions. Good night. I'm not comfortable giving my daughter the vaccine, and she has now entered Form 1. So, what advice do you have for us? Okay, so currently the responsible parents group TT, led by Dr. Rajiv Siraran and other concerned parents, they are giving full support not only to persons who are concerned about challenges that they may face with their unvaccinated children, but they are also giving full support to parents who have vaccinated children, right? So that is one thing I could thank them for, and I'm talking about legal support as well, not no joke thing. Right now, they are working along with um okay, yeah, so they are working along with Judy Kublal Singh and some other big names, right? And things will happen. So let me take this call here. Hello, good night. You are live. Good night. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, good night. You're live. I hope the viewers could hear you. Are trying a new system here. How are things with you?
All right.
Yeah, so share your views. Share your views. You're live on YouTube and Facebook.
All right.
PRO-C-VANE media coverage.
All right. Well, my view is, I got vaccinated thinking that you're hearing me.
Yes, definitely. Loud and clear.
All right. Well, I got vaccinated because I thought, I will be able to do things to protect my younger one. I'll be able to work and provide for her. But I do not think as an 8-year-old, she needs to be vaccinated. So where do I stand there? Will they be, when time sort of go to,
Hello? I hear you now. Go ahead, I hear you.
all right. So I do not think as an 8-year-old, she should be vaccinated. Will she be able to go to school when school open, or will she have to stay home, or will they still be providing online school?
Well, so far, the government is stating that online school is continuing. However, we are hearing some different things being reported to us by parents. For example, in some classes, the teachers are just dropping work on Google Meet or Google Classroom or something like that, and they are not showing up online to teach, right? Um, I'm referring to forms 4, 5, and 6, right? But for the other ages, right now, while the other ages are still all online, they are very soon going to be separating these students where some will be able to go back to school if they are jabbed, and some will not be able to go back to school. So when it reach down to your child's age, then it may have the same situation where a teacher will be putting up work but not there to teach. And teachers now being supported by their union, which is tutor, cannot be forced to do both online and face-to-face learning. And if I was a teacher, I don't even think I could have done both. Right? So the number to call, Shariza, I think Shariza asked the number to call is 770-3062 on WhatsApp, and I will try to take the calls if it come in on the normal call. That's a different device, but I'll still try to see how it will connect. And please let me know in the comments if you all heard the caller. Please let me know if if their audio came in good enough, because it's something I'm trying for the first time, and I am going to return this call here now and see how we could connect here. Right, so let me see how this would work out. Okay, this call is going through.
The voicemail box.
All right, it going to voicemail. I will try one more time and then see if we could continue looking at the comments.
Hello?
Yes, good night. You are live. You are live.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Well, I just called to find out, right? How does parents feel? Because I read something on the news article today that they want to extend the expiry date on the vaccine.
Could you
So
repeat?
I want to know what if
Could-
parents are comfortable with that.
Could you repeat the statement? The
Okay,
question?
today I was reading a news article.
Yeah.
And the Minister of Health, Dr. Terence Dialsing, whoever, right? He was saying that they will be going to extend the expiry date on the vaccine. The expiry date meaning they will
Okay.
up the date on to February.
Okay. Now I understand the question. Now, who give Terence Dialsing or anybody authority to? All right. Let me.
I understand what they mean.
The viewers hear what the question is. Now the information has reached to the attention of this caller that the vaccine, the expiry date is going to expire, right? So let's say your food spoil, right? You buy
It's
food
going to expire in
and
November.
you buy food and your food supposed to expire in November, right? And because you saying, oh gosh, I pay $500 for whatever type of food it was. Let me say that buy food and it's expensive. But the food spoiling, it going to expire in November. You go and say because you don't want that to waste and you want to give your family enough time to eat that food, you go and extend that expiry date. Are you the manufacturer? Are you the manufacturer to extend the expiry date of the job? Nah. Tell the all thing now here what? I have to do some
What?
I have to
Can I interrupt you?
Yes,
I just
you go ahead. I want to really hear all your views tonight.
Yeah.
Not so much my
And
views.
this is my view.
Yeah. Go
World
ahead.
Health cannot give authority for that. Neither PAHO. The only person could give authority on that is the manufacturers and Food and Drug Administration.
Right, but here this caller.
Most people don't know that.
Here this, right? Even if the manufacturer have authority to give expiry extension, right? How could they even do that? Because why did it have a particular date? It means that after that date,
It would not be
it wouldn't be
effective.
safe. It wouldn't be effective and it wouldn't be safe.
And then another thing is, it's the vaccines are in trials. It's experimental trials. Remember, these vaccines were rushed.
Correct.
Vaccines will take like 5 to 10 years to develop, to be tested and developed. So,
I
as
so
a
like
parent
this.
speaking,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consent this to my child or any other children. But that's parents' choice. But I'm just saying, let me put it out there. Some parents probably, is not aware of these things, but it's not a wise thing to do, especially with those vaccines.
Okay, so I see in a comment from don't go yet, if you may, don't go yet. I seen a comment from Heather saying they would call the health inspectors if goods were expired on the shelves at groceries, right? So these supermarkets, they will be they are not the manufacturers. They will be more like the middleman. It have a term for it, just in comment in my head, even though I passed
Okay, let me give you an instruction, like what Heather means, right?
Yeah.
I used to work in supermarkets before, or the trade they call it, right?
Yes.
As a merchandiser.
Yes.
If a product is expiring in 2 weeks before the expiry date,
yes,
the either band them together and you do a special and you write up a credit and you put it as a buy one get one free in the supermarket to push them out faster.
And that because of the shelf life too, and
yes, of the shelf life as well.
Yes.
And if you have plenty in stock, well, you have to start from months before and try to push it onto other products to get it out.
Yeah.
Right? And even when it expires on the shelf, even though they say, 3 months after you could use it, right? You still have to pull it off the shelf. But the thing is with these vaccines, you cannot do that. You cannot take a vaccine which is expiring and extend the date. As you said, it will not be effective.
I'm well glad you come with that point, Yeah, I glad you raised this point to start here tonight.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give my feedback on this.
But before you go, you have any response you could give to the first caller? You heard the concerns of the first caller. What will happen?
What did she say again? Run it by?
Her daughter is 6 years. 6 or no. Oh gosh, I'm mixing up the number. How I could do that? How I could do a thing like that? But anyhow, the caller said she took the vaccine and her child is not vaccinated and she don't believe her child should be vaccinated. She wants to know what will happen with a child where school is concerned.
Where school is concerned, I believe, whether you will not believe, but under human rights, whether you're vaccinated or not, you are entitled to an education. Our children don't need a COVID-19 vaccine to attend school because they are already fully immunized from birth. If you understand what I mean. Remember when they was younger, we had to take them to the clinic to get their immunization shots every month, and it built up to 5 years, and they would need those stuff to get into primary school, right? Even into preschool as well.
Yeah.
So why would we give our children a COVID-19 experimental vaccine to enter school? And another thing, the unvaccinated children are at home and the vaccinated children at school. That is, to me, that is total discrimination, and that is keeping back children from their education. Because I know they're not being treated fairly. Even the vaccinated children not being treated fairly, because we have some of them going to school and they're just going to school out of fear because they're telling them if they don't show up, they will put them absent. The parents as well have problems because they're hearing the Delta is spreading rapidly. And then we have another issue with unvaccinated teachers teaching vaccinated students. So it's a lot going on.
Well, caller, if you don't mind, I'll bring me to ask you another one. A lot of children who were vaccinated haven't been showing up in schools in
Mhm.
face-to-face school because their parents are afraid of sending them. They
I
they don't
understand.
think it's wise or it's safe. Yeah, you have any thoughts on that?
It's wise to what? Keep them home,
They don't think
even
it's
though
wise for the children to go out to school. Some of them are afraid that the government could use that against their children.
it's a very sticky situation.
Okay.
But fair is fair. Even though the government said we have to get things back on track, it I don't think it will work out. I really, really can't answer except the question. But everybody has the right to choose. Freedom of choice is important. But infringing on the children's right to education is not right.
Okay.
So we have this that is why we have this situation now.
Okay. Well, thanks so much. I think you made a lot of fantastic points. I think you were also very clear so that the other viewers could understand what you are saying. And I am
Mm-hmm.
sure that they all appreciate. I very much appreciate your contributions.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks again.
Okay, have a blessing.
Thanks and same to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our second caller, and the call continue because it's about your views tonight, not so much my views. I will try to do less talking, although I'm getting a little hype here, because the kind of points that are being raised, these points are just touching me. Okay. Yes, good night, caller.
Hi, good night. Well,
You're live.
good night. Right. Well, I'm calling.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
You hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Good. The reason I'm calling here is to say this. What a variant is. A variant is a defense to the first. 1 minute, I'm breaking up here. I'm playing up this.
Okay, I will call you now.
Have a good night.
Yes, caller, you're live here.
All right. I have a little complication with my phone call
Yeah,
here.
that's
Sorry about
okay.
that.
That's okay. I think it's
So,
connecting good here.
all right. What I'm saying, they're telling people that they need to be vaccinated.
Yes.
And then what the variant is the vaccine building a defense to the vaccine. The disease building a defense to the vaccine. So then we are more at risk when we become vaccinated because then the vaccine, the bacteria, the COVID itself, is building a defense against the vaccination. And variants are built, or new variants are developed. So are we going to keep having vaccines after vaccines, boosters after boosters, because there will always be a new variant?
Hold on, please. Are you next to another device that is streaming The live?
No, I'm on my phone, so I think I'll have to take off.
Or is there a fan or
My-
something next to you? Something are getting some distortion.
You're hearing me better now?
Much better, much clearer. And I have a
All right.
question for you when you finish, since you come on this point.
Okay. So here we are saying we need to be vaccinated. We need our children to be vaccinated. But then we are putting ourselves in a more dangerous situation where a variant could be formed, and then we have to be vaccinated again, which is the boosters, to prevent the vaccine from not working. So what sense is it making at all? So you're getting something to protect yourself, which can create another problem, and then have to be boosted. Now I look at this. I took the chance of becoming vaccinated out of fear. I allowed myself to be frightened and submit myself to this vaccination drive they're having. The first shot I take a jab, I was good. Last week, Wednesday, I went on 52nd shot. And I'm telling you, I have never felt that terrible in my life. My throat on both sides was swollen. When my husband looked inside of it and took a picture, it was white like it was snowing on the two sides of my throat, tonsillitis. Headache, I couldn't even concentrate. I couldn't think clearly. My fever was so high, but because I work in the medical profession, I was able to get help and see about myself. So why I am taking something that they say is good for me and it's causing more havoc on my body? Why are they not giving us enough insight on or what is the ingredients of these poisons we are putting in our body? I regret taking that vaccine. But that's not the point, you know. The point is my children, my grandchildren. Do I have to subject them to this for a worldly education?
Definitely not.
Your own home here. I'm not boasting, but I'm saying everything in this child comes first and test. The government did a reasoning assessment recently, and her reading level is supposed to be 3. She's reading at level 5, adult level. So would they rob her of a chance to be all who she can be because her parents not willing to put this poisoning them? And the other thing, they say we are responsible for our children. If our children do something wrong at this age group, we have to pay. If they're sexually involved at this age and we find out, we can be charged. So then now, am I supposed to legally poison my child, which is totally against the law to poison somebody, but you want me to put this in my child? Listen to me. I am getting heated. I am getting angry. I am getting passionate because the way I felt from Wednesday until yesterday, today's my first moving day. From Wednesday to yesterday, I haven't been to my job or do anything else. And if I have to sit down and deliberately put my 8-year-old through that and see her feel that way in the minute, if her grandma's on, that is what this is. And I am going to stand up, I'm going to fight. He said he doesn't mind stepping in. He said, I'm sorry if I'm talking this passionate, you know, but I'm telling you, it's bothering me. He said he don't mind stepping on behalf of the children. To do what? Kill the children? Does he know how we suffer and we struggle to raise these children? No, this is my baby. This is my last child. I love all. But this is the last one I have the chance of growing up as my own. And I've never put poison in rest deliberately. But now that I know this is poison because I've felt the effect of their poison, I'm telling them they're going to have a hard fight because I'm not doing it. Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks very much. No one and all viewers, please note that you will see some ads on the screen. I am going to put it up now, and these ads are not necessarily any company or group that is supporting or not supporting any side of the fence, right? These are just different ads here that will represent different things that are taking place, small businesses. And one of the things PRO-C-VANE media coverage is committed to doing prior to 2019 and 2020 was ensuring that we could help our local persons in whatever way we could. It will be the first time that we're doing it in this way, like posting ads and stuff like that, right? And well, of course, when you see the ads and you see the first wave movement show up, or you see responsible parent group TT, you know for sure, well, why we fit them in, because they are taking a stance on behalf of both the jabbed and the unjabbed, because overall they are taking a stance for our nation, right? They, at this point, and last night in our meeting, Dr. Rajiv made it clear in his own words that they don't really care about whether you jab or not. And Dr. Rajiv also said, don't ask, don't tell. He said that on the 4th of this month, Monday, the 4th of October, right? So they are just concerned about humanity and all of us being at one with each other, right? So the ads you are going to see isn't any sponsors towards this meeting that we are having here tonight, or this discussion, right? These are just our people, our local initiatives, businesses, fundraisers, as the case may be. So I just needed to make that clear. Very, very clear. Don't go away with the wrong impression at all. Right, so let me look into some more comments here. Okay. Let me get back to this call here. All right, only hear this before I go into this call. I also want to hear what's going on. Let me see which number is this here that I'm calling from. This is *129 number sign. Right, so this next number here, if only want, only could even send a call me, and I will be calling from 3. I know see the number and I forget. 3494542. Right, so this device here, it have the WhatsApp on it for the 770-3062, and then it have a SIM card where I could call Digicel numbers from 3494542. So feel free to even send my call me and all. Right? So we go in again. Let me return this call here. We go in live again with another caller, and we are taking your views tonight. It's all about your views tonight and not my views.
You have reached the voicemail box.
Okay, we disconnect there, so I will try one more time and then we will see how we could go into the other calls. I guess we could always come back to that call. Okay,
Hello?
the call, yes, the caller is here. Go ahead.
I was trying to call you, but
Yes, you're live. You go right ahead.
right. I wanted to throw out one question.
Sure.
Now, while our children was at school, right? After this whole COVID thing happened, you notice a lot of children used to come home with colds and cough. Some had fevers. They complaining of headaches, belly pains, and stuff. This is experience that I have, and I know a lot of parents have these experiences already.
You mean in 2020, before the closure of
Before
school?
the whole COVID
Okay.
had happened in Trinidad, the lockdown and everything, when the children were at school and stuff.
Yes.
Now, I have noticed since children are home, they are not complaining of any sickness, no cold, no cough, no runny nose. I am seeing it with my own children, and I'm seeing it in other people's children that lives right around in our area.
You have any suspicion as to why you would have seen that? Anything that you think it might be?
Well, I'm thinking that the children are more safe at home.
Okay. Okay, that's
Well, I know when they're out there and they're reacting with other kids and stuff. Things get passed and stuff like that.
are you close to another device that is
No,
streaming?
no.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. And another thing I just want to touch on, I was on a Zoom meeting. I've had a few doctors on this meeting speaking. And one of the doctors was saying that she's a doctor from Grenada. She was saying that the children are fully immunized and that they don't need these vaccines.
Did she explain why they are fully immunized? Did the doctor explain how the children are fully immunized? Why I'm asking is so that the other viewers could understand what exactly that means.
They're fully immunized from MMR, which is measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, I believe.
Okay, nice.
And there's a listing that they give them, the vaccines. I'm speaking about the vaccines that they have to take to enter into the school system.
Right.
So she was saying they don't need a shot of these COVID vaccines.
Okay.
And children are at 99.9% of not contracting COVID. And they can easily get over it.
Okay.
Even though if they do contract it.
Yes.
But my belief, let me speak frankly and truthfully. I believe in boosting your immune system and your kids' immune system. Natural immunity. And letting the kids eat healthy, they can still practice the washing hands and social distancing and stuff. And the mask, kids should not be in masks. It is unhealthy for them. They can easily catch pneumonia in the lungs, even the adults as well. Everyone needs oxygen. We need to be breathing fluently, Clean air needs to be going out and in. So children shouldn't be muzzled up in masks. There's a lot of people that don't carry out their kids because of these mask wearing.
Okay.
And then now they say you have to double mask. That isn't fair.
They say after the what?
Now they're saying because of the Delta. Remember they had said you have to double mask.
Yeah, but
even though you're vaccinated, you still have to mask up, double masking.
No, anyone who using two masks is putting themselves at more danger. Anybody who worked in the industry, in like whether it be oil and gas or as a fire officer or a medical worker, and understand what confined spaces. Anybody who work in the energy sector, in the extractive industries, and are accustomed to PPEs, they will say that wearing two masks is totally hazardous. Wearing one is already a hazard. And you have to wear it for a specific duration. Depending on the type of mask, you wear it for a longer or a shorter period. And some masks have to be disposed.
Exactly.
Right? So I appreciate
very unhealthy.
The
blue, the blue surgical face mask.
Yes.
They are very unhealthy. I am speaking from experience. They got me sick. I was sick for 2 days straight. I couldn't breathe properly at all. and I had researched it, and someone had given me some info on it, and I realized like every time I wear it, I really can't breathe properly after, so I dispose them.
Okay.
What I'm thinking, we don't need to mask the children, but I don't know if the government would allow them to wear probably a face sheet.
Okay.
You hear I'm clearing my throat is because of the mask that I was wearing. I'm still having problems. I'm having sore throat. I cannot breathe properly.
Well, don't say that too hard. Next thing they come up by a place and tell you have to go in quarantine for 14 days, and next thing they want to put you in a step down facility
No,
and all that.
they can't. They can't. Once I know my medical rights.
Right. So let me I'm gonna jump into some comments here. One which I have on the screen from Candy Gem, and it's saying or asking who owns the medical school, who funds the university research, who owns the biggest share in pharmaceutical companies. Don't take my word research. Now on this comment here, a lot of what would have been that would have been accessible online. Some of the research have been taken down, some of the data have been taken down, and some persons who are accustomed doing secondary research will realize that some of the information has been changed. And in particular, the places where they say we're supposed to go for the information, we will see that what they posted some months ago, they have changed it on their very own websites. And yes, it's because these are the persons who own the medical schools, they fund the university research. Yes, these are the persons who can say that I have one today, the color of my jersey is considered moss green, and then tomorrow they could say this is yellow, and we have to say this is yellow because they are the ones who are in charge of saying what color it is, and then next week it could be red, and then they could come and say green or blue. Right? So yes, thanks for that comment, Candy. And I saw another comment that I want to post on the screen here. So you have any thoughts on that comment by the time I'm looking for the other one to post on the screen?
On what? On the research?
Yes, in terms of who own the research, who fund the research, and who own the schools and stuff
like that. Let me speak my mind clearly, right? We're in a phase where they want to be pushing the vaccine. So it's obvious they will do these things for researchers to go up and research and say, well, yeah, okay, it's okay for us to do this, what they say and do that. They always change the research. So you have to be very careful with the information being put out there, and Google doesn't give you proper answers. Very, very careful.
Okay, so thanks very much for your contributions. I hope we have other persons ready to click the button. It's 7703062. I'm seeing a comment here from Heather that I'm putting up on the screen here now, and it's stating that clinical trials for COVID-19 will be completed in the year 2023. So if you could share your view on this before you go, that will be good, and then we could probably look at taking some more calls.
Well, I'm kind of skeptic now. Why until 2023? Is the virus ending in 2023?
Well,
or will the virus be ending in
the
2023?
The comment is referring to the trials, the clinical trials itself.
Okay, as I said, a vaccine takes 5 to 10 years. 5 years of research and testing and manufacturing, quality. Those things have to be passed through quality control and stuff. And honestly,
Okay.
it makes me think that the virus and everything will be over by 2023 when they said it.
Okay, thanks very much.
Yes, I have one more thing, just one more thing.
Okay.
I am seeing now in certain countries now, they are limiting teenagers to 1 dose of vaccine because they are finding cases of heart complications after the second dose of vaccine. And I think we had a couple of cases as well here in our country.
Okay, so why they still giving them the 1 dose in the first place?
I think we have to ask the parents and also the Ministry of Health, the Minister of Health.
All right.
On the whole, it should not be given children vaccine.
Okay, well, I seen a member of the first wave movement here, so I am sure that member will be taking note of that final point he made there. That is definitely a question to ask the minister. And the first wave movement is one of the movements that have been asking the ministers the important questions on behalf of all of us in Trinidad and Tobago.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much for joining. And callers, you can join the live here by calling 770-3062 on WhatsApp. You can also call 349-4542, right? And you can join live in the discussion, giving your views. Tonight, it's all about you giving your opinion, saying what you think. That's what it's all about tonight. It's not so much about me talking. There's a comment that is posted on the screen here. As you wear a mask, it gets moist as you breathe in, and it is even worse as you start to wear it. Right? Doctors wear masks in surgery so liquids don't squirt in their face. The doctors doesn't even keep it on for a long period of time. Right? And only have to excuse me, my sighting so good, so I'll have to be reading like if I picking words and thing and I'm not good in reading. Like if I feel English. But don't worry. I get a 2 in English, and only for the students who having challenges right now because you don't have the jab status stating vaxxed or fully vaxxed, right? And you have to remain home. All isn't lost. I am sure you all could do good. And, as this reading issue come up, yeah, why I'm glad. Yes, good night, Brother Peterson, Philip. Brother Peterson was live with us. But yeah, why I'm glad this thing with my site come up, yeah? In 2000, why I say in 2000? In 1997 or somewhere around there, I dropped out of school, right? And I was in Form 5. And in 2010, my sister pushed me to go and do some CHC. Now, she so insists she signed me up. I didn't study or anything like that. Like to say I was enrolled in some school or taking evening classes or anything. But because of our natural abilities. We all have natural abilities, and I get a 2 in English. You know what's the amazing thing about it? Everybody who do English, well, most people are the same people talking about that summary. That summary, the summary this and it taken I think it's a 3% of the mark or whatever they say about the summary. Right? The WhatsApp number is 770-3062. Yeah. And you know, I didn't complete the summary because I just write so slow. But everything on that English paper, I am sure I get it correct. And if I had more time to do the summary, I feel I may have gotten a distinction or a one. I wouldn't talk like a big English man, right? There's no how I go up talking. But in terms of me being able to write letters and stuff like that, being able to understand what I'm reading, being able to write. I'm more better in writing than speaking, so they do don't let me speech here fool all it. But the point I'm making for those children who feeling that they are deprived from going to school, for those students where teachers just put in work online in Google Classroom or whatever, and they're not coming up and teaching all it, hope isn't lost. Take your time, right? You might be able to get more done when you have a teacher, but in the absence of a teacher, take your time, go through your textbooks. Fortunately, some people might be able to have someone they could ask for help. If you don't have anybody at all, still take your time and go through it. And here why I saying this. You see how some people that say some students in a prestigious school and some in a lower class school, when CXC time come, is the exact same exam all they have to do. Nothing different. No high science questions for some and questions broken down in the next way for some. It has be the same thing. So take all the time, even if all your own, and go through all your work, study, and show all yourself approved. Right? Declare it. Declare it. I want students who listening to declare it. Right? The WhatsApp number for the question here, the WhatsApp number is 770-3062, right? And if the connection is breaking up, I don't mind calling back, right? So students and parents who listening, declare this for your students. These people, Rowley and what was the minister name again? Whatever she name, and the Alsing and them, they're not going to make our children feel. Parents, some of you are working, some of us are home. And I say the us for me because I home. And some of you are working. Those of you who are working may not have much time to spend with the children. Those of us who are home work with our children. Even if you are working, your children not going to fail. Just declare it. Pray for your children. Pray with them in the night when you reach home. Or if you're working in the night, in the morning when you reach home, just before they go on Zoom or after, somewhere during the break. Pray with them and declare that they will pass when that time reach. Because while they are being seemingly deprived, I think this is an opportunity for them to show. God gave them an opportunity here now for them to show that, you know what, I have a little beyond what the teacher could give me. I don't have to totally rely on these teachers. You know why? Because children are able to pick up on things that mightn't even be seeming so important. And why I'm saying it like this is because sometimes it's important and that is just not what we feel they should be focusing on. But children have real good learning abilities. And in terms of getting that academical qualification, children apply on themselves, parents, let them children with have hope. Right? And in the meanwhile, it still have the responsible parents group, TT, who say we're not taking that, we're not accepting that and leaving that to settle. We have the first wave movement. Yes, I know there are other groups. If you make your information known to me, I will gladly speak about it. There's the Marcia Weeks show that is bringing the Caribbean together, right? I will tell it as it is, right? So call us, I talking too much and I want to really hear your views tonight. I want to hear more of you. What you think, whether this jab, you think children should be getting it, whether I think children should be socially distanced, right? So, okay, we getting a call here. I hope this is for the show. Hello, good night. Good night.
Good night, good night. How you going?
Yes.
This is Charles here.
Nice, nice. Good night. You are live on YouTube and Facebook.
Thank you, thank you. This is the member on first wave movement.
Very well.
I believe we met one time. I was asking you when you was recording Abdullah and them walking around Savannah, and I was
yes,
there now.
Yes. That
But,
was the Sunday.
I didn't get to be. Pardon?
The Sunday. That was a Sunday.
Yeah, not
by Queen's
was
Park.
that Sunday, not this Sunday. Not this Sunday, last Sunday though.
Yeah, by Queen's Park, Savannah. Yes.
By Queen's Park, Savannah. Yes. I didn't get to be part of this one gone, but this one gone was looking real good. And like more people came out.
Yeah, I myself wasn't able to attend, but I saw some videos. I was able to share. I think I was able to share some videos as well, and the turnout, it was wonderful. I heard someone did a live stream, I think, or probably a video, but someone who was there was still asking that they see more parents, but I think we could still say, there's growth.
Nice. I think like Trio or something was there. Trio, like
yes, Trio TT.
I think he was there.
Trio TT.
I think he interviewed Gary Aboud and things. A video kind of going on viral now, I think.
Okay, I didn't see the one with Gary Aboud. I will have to look for that one. That's David Welch from Trio TT or Rio TT or something.
Gary Aboud said some interesting things. He was talking about live fetus in the vaccine and how people could take that, and it was. I'm glad he got Gary because they say that Gary is like part of the 1% or whatever, but he is like a 1% going against.
Well,
he kind of against the system,
Well, I want to hear your views there, but I just want to interject from the very beginning, even before this this so-called COVID-19. Gary Aboud has always been a down-to-earth person who has separated himself from status, right? He separated himself and he isn't letting wealth get to his head, right? He don't consider himself a 1% or even a breakaway, right? So you could have relatives and their life is their life, your life is your life. So he has his own identity, and as far as I interpret based on what he has been saying, he is related to them, but he was never a 1% in that kind of way.
He's never a true member. He was never a true member.
Right? But he is a person for the people. But let me hear your views some more.
Well, my views, well, I from a family that never really was into vaccines at all, and when I was growing up, I had bad asthma, right? Terrible asthma, high-tech asthma attacks, and I went in the hospital a few times for that. But my mother, being a kind of, how to say, a revolutionary in a kind of way, she did not follow the prescriptions in the hospital there with certain medication. She put me on something called Indian hemp and certain herbal medicines, and I basically never got asthma again after that. So I come from a family that really into more holistic medicines and things. So I kind of radical from before. But
let me ask something before you continue. Indian hemp is marijuana by chance? I heard somebody, right? Because I heard a listener video and somebody referred to marijuana as Indian hemp.
Yeah, well, they used to sell something called Indian hemp, but it is the strand of marijuana, but that will get you high. That one will get you high.
Okay, just the CBD, no THC.
Basically, yeah, they hybrid the hemp plant long time ago. Like Ford Motors, he used to sell hemp in a big way for different things, for clothes and different things. So they already they already modified that plant long time to reduce the THC. As I said, only CBD.
Right. And the good thing about it, when the plant is in the vegetative stage, it doesn't produce any
Right.
THC.
Right. Right. Correct. Right. It's in the flower, right? The flower, and then if you don't burn it, you drink the flower, you don't get high, you know.
Correct. And also doesn't matter what stage the
People can like brownies.
root's safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very considerate, but like not always listening to what the doctor is saying. You know, always get to have a second opinion, or try to do it as natural as you can. And that could bring me to the point of this vaccination, where people talking about natural immunity is way better than the vaccine immunity or the artificial immunity. Then
Yeah.
I'm living proof to things like that. Then
Okay.
natural is always better than artificial. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then I recently was looking up on a site called World Doctors Alliance, right? Because I was part of a World Health Summit on the weekend. If you know about the World Health Summit that happened this weekend on Zoom, it was on Zoom.
Yeah. I wasn't,
Right,
but
and
not
had a
for
lot
long enough. I had to be in and out because I had to be putting things in place for these live streams. But I was on for a little while.
Yeah, you know, you're doing real good. I like the video you did outside the Ministry of Education. It had a guy that the police hold right before Abdullah get hold. Not the Silver, a fella named Cohen Benatia. He's my neighbor. You know.
Okay.
The tall gentleman, a fair-skinned gentleman,
Yeah, I saw the
one.
person.
And
I saw the person.
right, that's my neighbor. So if I not there, he representing too.
All right. What you will
yeah.
say about
But,
what you will say about children wearing masks?
oh, that makes absolute no sense. When they started this mask thing, right? They told everyone they wasn't allowing children below 5 years old to wear masks because they know it's too dangerous. A child could suffocate. So everyone or the world knew the dangers of the mask. Because if the masks were so safe, why would they stop 5 years and under from wearing it? So if you were seeing the holes in this whole plan from the start, and wearing a mask, right? It's supposed to be brand new. That's what the comment I made. Where as you put on the mask and you breathe into it, you have water droplets in your breath. You moisten the mask, so the mask it becomes clogged from the time you put it on. So the longer you have it on, is the worse it gets. So imagine children now. They basically won't be able to breathe properly.
Okay, so I see in a comment here. I see in a comment here that
right.
Putting a mask over the kids is a crime against them. What you will say on that comment?
I totally agree. That's a crime. That's a crime. You basically trying to suffocate the children. Whoever wants to pass that law, they can charge them for genocide or attempted murder. That's crazy what they're doing. Especially, and you know the thing is, right? A lot of doctors know the truth, you know. Because I have children, so that's why I talk about it. I have 4 from ages 10 to 2. So I know what's going on with them, and thank God they never force 5 and below. But it have biologists and doctors that know this, and as they say, you can't stop a virus with a mask. A virus is so small, right? If water vapor could go through a mask, a virus is smaller than the water vapor you're seeing.
Okay.
You know, it makes it have no reason to. Any mask won't stop anything. It's not helping, it's not stopping anything, it's not doing anything. It's just that I believe personally is symbolic for people to stay quiet, not protest, and it also is a way to basically step over your human rights. Because if they get people to wear a mask, they can get them to do other things. Okay. It's like getting a foot in the door of trying to create a dogma. It's one step of control in here. Put on this muzzle like a dog. Where this muzzle like dogs is a dogma. That's my opinion on that though.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks very, very much. And I hope that everyone will be sharing the live, right? We could give more persons an opportunity to hear what the callers are
Right,
saying when once the live is shared, because callers are
right,
coming
right,
with
right.
some real nice points. I I glad you raised this point with the natural immunity, and you referred to
Yeah,
the, I like to say marijuana as it is. I find we just have too much
yeah, yeah, yeah.
names to hide it up, right? And
Ha ha ha.
for who may not know, who may not remember, this is the same Daniel George who walked from Point 14 Hospital to San Fernando Hospital advocating for marijuana to become legal in
Oh,
Trinidad and
really?
Tobago, right?
Oh, that was you? Okay,
And it's
nice.
something I am still passionate about. And mind you, I've never smoked anything in my life up to today, but I understand the importance
Wow.
of marijuana for natural healing, right? So,
Yeah,
so natural
I didn't even know that.
immunity, natural
Yeah.
immunity is something we want for every one of us, whether there is a real virus or not. There's always illness that will come up from time to time, and we have a whole lot of different herbs. We have the chandelier, we have moringa,
Chris,
we have
Christmas bush.
Christmas bush, we have
Yeah,
vervine,
Karail,
so we have so
Irvine,
much, right?
Wonder the World. Yeah.
Yes, and
Zeppa Peak. Zeppa Peak.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and we could be
Lemon
healthy.
balm. Mm.
We
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
healthy naturally,
Mm-hmm. Naturally, yeah.
right? You have any other
Yeah.
thing you would like to point
Yeah.
out before we jump into another call?
Yeah, everybody has to unite, and come together. We had to unify the unvaxxed community. I mean, we are the majority right now, whether they want to say it or not, because is what 30 something% people vaccinated. So we are the majority. So let's use this leverage. You gotta come together, unite, talk to the groups and things like what you're doing, which is excellent, Daniel. And I applaud you. And hope I will see you again in the next first. I mean, this Sunday, I'm going out Sunday, so you might see me Sunday if you're coming out for the pre-workout prayer.
I'm not sure yet how Sunday will go, right? But
Right, right,
hopefully something could work out, right?
right. And God is great. God is great.
Yes, yes, man. So thanks
Right.
again for
Thank,
touching in.
thank you.
And again,
Yes.
seeing Desha, you are asking about the Digicel number. That is 3494542. And also there's the 7703062, right? So feel free to jump in with your call, Desha. Um, anyone else want to call in on WhatsApp or Facebook? Yeah, what I'm saying, Facebook. WhatsApp or normal call to join the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Feel free to jump in because tonight it's all about your voice, your opinion. It's not so much about me. I could talk from now till next week, and I will do that if you all don't come in, but please come in. Please come in and share your views. 7703062. I just said the number. Where it is 3494542. Right? So jump in, or you could even send a call me and all to 3494542 if you have a digital number. Right? That's how bad I want to hear from you all, because again, I've said it before, I will say it again. My views could just be my views, and when I thinking, I talking and making sense, everybody else could be like, what madness this man coming with, and somebody might be able to share their views that could help me to understand things better. The only thing it will do is make me take no job. But at least I will understand your point of view if you have something different from what I'm saying, right? I think I seen the YouTube and right. So I know we're getting used to this thing, eh? And I now realize when I put up the comments on the side here, I see in both the YouTube and the Facebook comments. So I don't have to be jumping from one to the next. That's why every minute I'm looking on the left, looking on the right. So yes, let me see if I could respond to some comments in the meanwhile. We are waiting on some WhatsApp calls or ordinary calls. 770-3062 and 349-4542. There was a comment I put up on the screen. Oh, it's still here. It's deprived the brain. Yes, it depriving the brain from oxygen. That's the mask, which is vital. Not only for young children, but all of us, because we definitely need oxygenated blood to go to our brain. Our brain is responsible for our entire body functioning properly, because our brain have to send signals. Look, a mosquito coming around my head there. I mightn't see it all the time, but anytime it bites, the brain sending signal to my hand to automatically do so. And that's the reflexes. Sometimes I kind of digging out, I still be killing mosquito on the screen. But yeah, what I go say, I have to kill it. It biting me, I ain't taking that. Right, so callers, you're welcome to join again, and let's hear your views. Let me see if I could respond to some comments here in the meanwhile. Yes, we are lucky to have a wide range of herbs, natural, better than the big pharma. I saw somewhere somebody was posting that we need to have pharmacies, and they spell it FARM, and they want to replace the pharmacies with they want to replace the PHARMCs with the FARMCs, pharmacies, meaning time for us to plant up our dasheen, plant up our cassava, plant up our vegetables. Well, there's this pronunciation problem. Yeah, but what I go say, all that in it. At least I could read that right, eh? Yeah, I need speech therapy. What natural herbs it after that, boy? Well, tell me what after that. Peterson Philip saying muzzled like dog. A dogma. Yes, and I think Nicola from the first wave movement said that same thing a while ago. Right? But all don't be shy. Don't be shy. Jump in the calls. Let me hear all say something. Or you could even send a call me. I don't want to tell all the text all the number and I'll call, because you all might have a private number. Right? But we want to hear your views. What do you think? Nobody want to plant the corn. That true? Nobody didn't want to plant the corn at all. Yes, like what the last caller said. Yes, and I will see the next comment, Mr. Philip. Right? A walk for the herbs, man. Yes, yes, yes. That was a walk. When I tell you that was a walk, I think that was 9 hours and hey, let me don't even try to remember that, eh? But that was a walk. Yes, oxygen is essential. Dolce, thank you. Dollars saying thanks to the first wave movement for taking a stand. So members, take note of that. You all are being well appreciated. Um, I don't know if Desha is still on. Desha will love to call. Have a lot of things to say. The amount of things Desha want to say. Desha, you could call 349-4542, or where you comment? Let me put it up. right? You could call 349-4542 or 770-3062. Right? You could call, you could even send a call me. But you looking like you done ready to call you. You understand? You have more credit than me. Though you have some unlimited calls to Digicel. So I ain't sure no fair, but I just want to get the views and the comments because tonight is not about me talking too much. But in the meanwhile, while we wait, I want to play something here. Let me see if I could pull up something on the screen. And I want you all to take a listen to this. One of the callers, I was going to ask a question. And it slipped my mind. And I did mention that I was going to ask a question. Somehow it slipped. Let me see how good this will stream.
Hi, good day everyone. Dr. Henry here with some food for thought for the day. So, you turn on the news and you're listening or you're reading newspapers and you're hearing the Minister of Health and the Prime Minister saying, oh my God, the cases is getting so high, and we have the Delta variant in the country and so much of people dying from this COVID Delta. Stop and ask yourself this question. If Delta is spreading so fast and people are dying from Delta, and it has come so rampant, how do they know it is Delta when there ain't no tests for it? Study that.
Okay, so let me know if all you hear it, and I will run it again. Right, drop a one or two comments if you heard that stream, if you heard that video.
You turn on the news.
Right, please let me know if that audio is coming through in the comment section. And I'll run it again from the top here.
The cases. Hi, good day everyone. Dr. Henry here with some food for thought for the day. So, you turn on the news and you're listening or you're reading newspapers and you're hearing the Minister of Health and the Prime Minister saying, oh my God, the cases is getting so high, and we have the Delta variant in the country and so much of people dying from this COVID Delta. Stop and ask yourself this question. If Delta is spreading so fast and people are dying from Delta, and it has come so rampant, how do they know it is Delta when there ain't no tests for it? Study that.
Alright, Ole. So study that, and I want to pull up another set of videos here now. I think it is so important that we really start to question what's going on based on what doctors are saying to us here. Right? These bugs on them, These bugs on them.
It's your boy Dr. Lewis here. This patient here, 1 month prior from taking the Pfizer vaccine. She's from the States, so I was glad to do a person's blood after vaccination with one of the approved vaccines, which is the Pfizer vaccine. And as you can see, the condition is still here. The blackness that is seen on the cells are high toxicity levels, causing the cells to die from carbon dioxide, which by there's deprivation of oxygen heading to the cells. Right, as you can see, the black areas are all around these areas here, which is the cell death. Some cells are still good, but you can see the degenerative issues still happening there. Right, so you can actually see them in all these areas here. These white blood cells are still alive. As I said, this is 1 month. We see the videos from 2 weeks. We saw the videos from 3 months. Now we're looking at a 1 month after vaccination, and the condition is still there. The white blood cells is still trying to fight to kill off all the white spot areas. So that's going to zoom in a little more so you can see the candida areas now, right? So you can see all the white spots here, which is all the fungus infection. All these areas here again, which is also fungus infection, right? And then we're seeing some up in this area here, which is also fungus infection as well too. So this is what the white blood cells in these areas are trying to fight, which is the white blood cells here. Let's follow the arrow right here, right? The white blood cells right here. So you're trying to see how best they could kill off most of the fungus. This particular white blood cells is called a neutrophil. It's responsible for 65% of the protection of the blood. Alright, so that's the idea of he trying his best to see how much he could fend off So the blood went die from the oxygenation, and I can see some big candida and fungus here, all these little white spots you see in this fungus in the blood. All right, this is 1 month, and due to my research, as you who followed my videos know, that after vaccination is some of the worst set of candida and fungus I ever seen in my entire career because of a compromised immune system. So, you know, we keep you informed.
All right, let me just pause there and I will continue this video, right? I don't know if you all really understand what this doctor is saying, right? And I choose to play videos from local doctors, because when people think that in Trinidad and Tobago we do have support, we have support from our very own, even those who are right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Not only those who are from Trinidad and Tobago and are working abroad, right? And Dr. Rajiv is a clear example. Enough respect. I had to always give full respect to this man and always acknowledge Dr. Rajiv every time I come up here. But I really hope you all will pay attention to the rest of this video. There's something, let me hear it for all yourself.
This was a person who took the Pfizer vaccine. So the Pfizer vaccine is doing the same thing like all the other vaccine, causing the cells to degenerate at a rapid rate and destroying the immune system. Instead of building the immune system, we're doing the total opposite. So this is what we're looking at here. So there was this theory, and I'm saying it now, that this guy said that one.
All right, Ole, listen to this here. Listen to this here. Ole hearing it from the doctor himself here.
Was injected with the vaccination, any vaccination, it reprograms the mRNA, reprograms the body to only recognize the spike from COVID, and all the other microorganisms, it leave it alone. And this is true. This is facts. You know why it's facts? Because your immune system is supposed to protect you from all these fungus that are taking over the blood here, and your immune system is like, it's saying, okay, you are good. You good. Bypass. It's leaving these fungus. It's like it's looking for something else. It's not looking for these microorganisms that has been protecting you from for the past 10, 15, 20 something years since you're born. So it's leaving these fungus to do what they want because it's not recognizing these fungus as a threat. And that is a problem. And I now see why that these vaccinations are reprogramming the immune system to only recognize the spike protein from COVID and leave the other million pathogens and diseases in your body left unchecked by the immune system so they can destroy you at a cellular level. So this is the politics behind this thing. And I'm using the word politics because politicians is involved in this. And anytime you see a politician, my dad used to always tell me, you see a trickster. Yeah, right? So had to be something wrong there. So people, wake up. Wake up. I am doing my part as a doctor of natural medicine, so you have to do your part as standing up for your rights.
All right, I realized my mic was mute there, right? So it unmute now. That was one from Dr. Lewis. Here the next one.
Right, so it's your boy Dr. Lewis here again with our next series for you. This is my recent patient. Today is what, September the 20th? Yeah, somewhere around there, 2021. Alright, so this is his blood work. Again, for persons who've been following my video, know by the time we see a blood in this condition what we're looking for. Side effects after vaccination. So I'm going to have a good patient here, right? What he's going to do, he's just going to tell you his experience after taking the Sinopharm, right? Yeah, the Sinopharm vaccine. He came to me to fix some of his complications. And of course, once we link some of the issues, we take a sample of the blood to look at the terrain of the blood, because once we know the blood is functioning at a certain way, we know the symptoms associated with it. Alright, so tell me about your experience with this vaccine before we start this blood work.
before everything was normal.
So it was healthy and strong before?
Yes, yes. And I put more weight on and
So you lose weight?
lose plenty weight.
Wow. And you say you was feeling very weak as well too? You feel like, okay, what multivitamin that you?
Diarrhea, all this kind of thing, have sleepless nights.
Wow.
Then they are feeling dehydrated, you know. Cool stuff at night.
Wow.
They take on the outside.
Wow. So any of your family members discourage you from taking the vaccine?
My whole family.
Only hear that?
So what you have to say to these family members now?
I tell them, like people say like that. But we're trying to do here now too.
The man say he whole family discourage him from taking it, and I see people who had the same experience and they say the family really want them, but let me hear.
We have to fix up this. I don't know the thing I follow my wife and
Yeah. But what will you tell these family members? Will you advise them? What will you advise them with the vaccine?
they really don't have to take this at all.
You will never tell them to take it, and you regret taking it.
Yeah, I regret it.
Biggest regret ever. Yeah. Healthy, strong. He's the strongest man looking, eh? So imagine how he was looking before. Yeah. And then come to this. One of the side effects also, you tell me as well too. A lot of people saying that erectile dysfunction is not one of the side effects after vaccination. What would you say about that?
All the listener, I really hope all the listening and share the live, because a lot is coming out from this video here from Dr. Lewis.
Yes, it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's making, and that is as a strong man like himself. If you see, I'm not showing him, but if you see the better of this man, if erectile dysfunction take you over, you will feel down. You will feel bad as a strong man. And you were strong way before all this, and now you are feeling like you are not. You know? Yeah. But we will fix all the symptoms. I will make sure and have the symptoms rectified as well too. He come to the right person. He come to one of the only doctors in Trinidad who actually take it upon himself to make sure that these problems are being rectified. But in order to rectify these problems, we have to see how the blood looking, right? So this is the blood. This is the blood report here, all right? So as you can see, why you're experiencing, and one of the things too, a lot of people discrediting a post with Nicki Minaj and saying, "Oh, Nicki Minaj can say vaccine causes erectile dysfunction and whatnot." You all are not doctors. You all are not on the ground, and the people who are trying to convince you that is not true is the people who try to kill you and hide the problems. So don't believe them. Believe the doctors who you know for sure bringing the facts to you, like Dr. Lewis, like myself. Right? Yes, erectile dysfunction, look at it from the horse mouth. Erectile dysfunction is one of the side effects after vaccination. They are causing damage there. Neurological damage is one of the side effects. Heart palpitation, anxiety, cold sweating, diarrhea. These are the symptoms associated with it. Right? Chest pain, shortness of breath. These are the symptoms. Next symptom reported to me was loss of taste, loss of scent, coughing. Those are the symptoms associated with it. So don't make nobody try to mamaga you. They want to hide as much as they can hide, so you could go and take this poison jab and end up as a healthy person to this. Right? So let's go. Right? So as you can see, the blood work looking like the Pfizer vaccine that I posted earlier. All the cells showing high levels of toxicity. They are all clump up. So this is not just clump up. This is not roll. This is something that they call massive aggregation, where all the cells are dying and they are clumping up, causing the blood to become thick. And when the blood becomes thick, it causes a clot, the throat clots. Hence the reason why people are dying from strokes and blood clots in their brain and these things, because this is the condition of the blood. The blood, there is no space, there is no breathing, there is no terrain. The immune system is compromised, which is looking at white blood cell right here. The white blood cells is unresponsive. It's not responsive to no threat around it. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do to protect you from pathogens, bacteria, fungus.
Well, let's share the live and I have something coming after this. Share the live.
It's not doing these things. So these are effects that you are seeing here because of that. What's the condition of this blood? This is bad. As we all know, if we follow the videos, we know what we have seen here already. Because technically, I am training the public how to read these things as well too. So look at this. Look at this. Watch. Sinopharm. Watch that. As we move through the blood, look at that. Not a good white blood cell intact. Not that alone. If you are a very good microscopist, you can actually see something in this blood as well too. You see how these blood cells are looking very small around this area? They are discolored, which is the high levels of toxicity, which is all these brown colors that are seen to the top of the white blood cells. They are stagnant, they are clumped up, and they are dying at a rapid rate. So they're causing massive tissue degenerative issue with the patient. But if you look closer, one of these symptoms that we see in here is anisocytosis. That is, the white blood cells are much smaller. They lose the hemoglobin, which is the oxygen level. They are much smaller than the average blood cell. So these are the things that form ischemia, which is inadequate amount of oxygen flowing out of the cell. All right? So that is why you experience things like the shortness of breath and whatnot, the symptoms that are associated with that. And all this happened when 2 weeks after vaccination. How long?
2 weeks after.
2 weeks. 2 weeks after vaccination, he started experiencing side effect. And no doctors know we are gathering data. I am gathering my data. So I could tell you for a fact that after 2 weeks after vaccination, most people experience a side effect. And with him now, he didn't experience nothing with his first dose because he's a very strong person. He's a very, very strong person. But the second dose is what put him 2 weeks after, is what make him experience all the side effects that he experiencing. The diarrhea, the shortness of breath, the muscle synthesis loss. He lost a lot of muscle mass. That's a very serious thing. And the reason why, we are seeing it here, the reason why he lose muscle mass, because his cells are not transporting, as you can see here, oxygen and nutrition to the muscle, so the muscle will lose its density. People, we need to know how health does work. These people are not here to make sure that we are healthy and to make sure that we are good, right? They're trying to make us, well, whoever take the job, sick. The purpose is to make you sick. The foundation of health is nutrition. They take away that. Spirituality. They take away the church. They take away fitness, which is exercising. Physical exercising is very important. They take away the beach. The beach is one of the major places in the world to fix these problems. Is the beach. The beach is the only place that detoxify the lungs. Why will it take away the one place to fix this? Why would they take away your foundation and then they're trying to tell you they're trying to help you? They care about your health? No, they don't care about your health, because look what they're doing to you. These are the things that they're doing to you, and I'm very pissed, you know, to see my people coming to what. Look at this. Look at this. This one bad. This is massive aggregation. Not a cell intact is moving. Not a cell is free. Not a cell have a proper function. Every cell, he are dying from cell degenerative issue. And he's getting weaker and weaker every single day. And his wife saw one of her friends know me. So she said, instead of going to the hospital, come by Dr. Lewis. Not everybody who take vaccine have access to that, because it's very dangerous for me to put myself out there as well too. Yeah, right? So I have to move with wisdom. But look at this. Look at this. Watch. Every way that we go, cell. Look at this. This is bad. No wonder why you experience. Wow. This is not even cells. This is not even cells anymore. This is something, but it's not cells. As we all know, what cells look like. Look. Like cells here. Look at that. That's what cells are supposed to look like. All right. This is what a normal aggregation look with patients with normal patients with normal daily life. But this is what Pfizer and Moderna and all these other vaccines that's created, this different level of aggregation, this different level of your blood. This is why you're throwing clots, because your blood is so thick. This is thickness in the blood. Your blood is so thick, it cannot pass through the arterial wall properly. It cannot go through your circulatory system properly. And this is the things that happen because of that. All right? So this is why you're experiencing all those side effects that I heard earlier. We need to now go and fix this. All right? First of all, to fix this, we got to make sure that all the red blood cells come back to a normal blood cell and they are free. I don't even know what I'm seeing here. All I'm seeing here, this looking to me like oats. Like, you know when you make oats and you're not seeing no shape, no form, no nothing, seeing no cell. It does looking like everything, it does mash up and scatter. And when I was doing his scan report as well too, I said, let me tell you something. With what I am seeing on your scan, and with what you're telling me, and with now what I am seeing on the blood analysis here, and with the symptoms that he's going through, he didn't have long to live. If he didn't meet me, he didn't have long to live. You'd have been hospital, ICU, after ICU, they put you as a fatality, as a COVID death. This is his system. This is the system. And this is the reason why they're not doing autopsy report and all these things like that, because they don't want you to figure out what they're really dying from. That is why. Right? So people, I'm cutting off this report here now because nothing here, everything here does die out. Alright? Everywhere we go, every terrain, every time we move the... Alright, so it's your boy Dr. Lewis here. It's your boy Dr. Lewis here again with our next video. So today I went two lovely patients who saw most of my videos and they came to do a blood analysis. One was vaccinated and the other is not vaccinated. So we decided today to do a quick video with our unvaccinated blood. We fed up see vaccinated blood. We did a break from that. Alright, so today this here is the sister. She did not take the vaccine, so we decided to take a sample of her blood to see how unvaccinated blood actually looks. Alright, because as I said, we haven't done unvaccinated blood for a very long while. So this is actually how a normal unvaccinated blood should look, but at the same time you have to take care of your health because your blood can still have rollover and aggregation as well too. So as you can see here in the sample, we're seeing some free red blood cells, right? And then we're seeing the blood is actually taking a move to a direction, which is proper vortex is in the blood. The terrain of the blood, which is the base of the blood, is perfect. Whoa, what's that? No candida inside, which is the white spots we were seeing in the sample before. So we have some clean looking blood here as well to the terrain. But this particular cell that you see here is a little anomaly, which is still normal. It's called target cell. It's an iron deficiency. So anytime you see this white spot here on the cell, that is just an iron deficiency in the blood, which is totally normal for patients. But just the idea of seeing this blood, it is amazing to see some good pure blood people. And remember, in the future, they will be coming after people with blood like this because the vaccinated blood will be so contaminated that it will not be able to use for person's health. So people, this video is a quick video to tell you to protect your health, protect these babies, protect your blood, protect your cells. We are cells. When a group of cells come together, it forms tissues in the body. When a group of tissues come together, it forms the organs. So protect your cells. This is how it's supposed to look. Don't make nobody contaminate this. When they contaminate this, they get sick. It's about Dr. Lewis. Quick, and we out.
Right. So you all heard from Dr. Lewis, from Dr. Henry first and then Dr. Lewis, and you all are seeing what an unvaccinated person's blood is looking like. And Dr. Lewis sent me that on WhatsApp this morning. When I started to share that, I started to get replies right away. Right, that's supposed to be on the page as well. I guess it was shared to the page. If not, I have to post it on the page. The other videos, I will have them reposted for those of you who want to request it via WhatsApp. You all can do so. Right. Let me see. Right, that is that same number. Nice. So you will get the videos via WhatsApp as well. And anyone else want to call before we wrap up? It's already wrap up time because it's 2 minutes past 9. But if one last person want to call and give some contributions, I will definitely allow it. Right, and then we will go in our bed for those of us who not going to do like me and go and sleep 10 minutes to 5 in the morning to wake up 10 past 5. Right, so anyone want to jump in with a little call here and share some views, can do so. And if not, then we will just say good night to everyone. Let me see if there's at least 1 or 2 more comments that I can respond to and then say good night, because I always believe in responding to the comments. My sighting so good, I had to use some herbs and things for that. I definitely have to use some herbs for that. Um, Good night, Shireen. Um, Great video, great doctor. Yeah, we really have some legit doctors and thing, man. Yeah, Dr. Lewis is the boss, right? So I think that's about it. And my daughter here with me is saying while the mic was muted that she has to learn from young. So I'm glad she know that, and she is very intelligent already. She understands that this vaccine is not for her, not because daddy says so or mommy says so. She understands why, right? She's intelligent enough to know why. She know what it is going to cause, what it could possibly cause. She knows she don't need it. She know who is pushing the agenda, right? And we all have to ensure that our children understand what is going on, because after the first wave movement and the responsible parents group TT and other groups come out and put out a fight on behalf of our children for equal opportunities. With this unpredictable government, who have some teachers being a part of the agenda, we don't know what our children may face out there. So we have to educate them. So anybody come at them out of timingly, our children will stand and say, no, 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 no. They ain't going through that. And they will ensure that they stand up for the rights because they know their rights, right? And it mustn't just be me, right? Thanks very much. She has a great father, but it must be all of us. I must say that you were fortunate to have great parents as well who ensured that you use the Indian hemp, right? So let us stand for our children. Tomorrow I will be here again at 7 p.m. on a different note. Tonight was about you making your calls. We're supposed to have some guests with us tomorrow. And yes, Indian hemp. Right? So that is the marijuana. My children know what marijuana is. They all know what it is, and they know it is something very healthy. Only when it becomes legal, I will start to offer it to them in the forms of tea, tinctures, and not tinctures, tinctures is with alcohol, teas and tonics, right? So I wouldn't give them tinctures. Now, take this note, take this thought, you all. The cough syrups have alcohol in it, eh? Right, just take note of that and let's give our children that. And why I feel they just fall asleep so quick. But anyhow, back to this whole situation with whether the mask wearing is safe or not. I will have another live stream giving callers the opportunity again to say whether the segregation is okay, whether the jab is even good. Do you trust the jab? Right. So thanks again for all who viewed, for all who shared, for all who commented, for all who called. Do have a wonderful night. Yes, sour sup leaf for sleeping too. Definitely. Great father and daughter. Thank you, Corinne. And I hope you all return tomorrow. So I'm saying bye. Say good night.
Good night.
What you want to tell them? Take the vaccine or don't take it?
Don't take it.
Okay. Right. So let's take care. Stay blessed.